Hey y'all, it's your girl Allie. Welcome to Infinitely Mused. Okay, y'all, so tonight this is gonna be just a channel message, you know what I'm saying, for September the 22nd, 2025. So actually this is like two different channel messages, you know what I'm saying. So one of the channel messages was about like the prisoners, I want to say that's in El Salvador, the men that were taken. I want to say that it's kind of this is kind of like a very sensitive topic, but it's a download I got, so I'm just gonna say it. Y'all know how I am, you know, I have to say it and then I'll be okay, you know what I'm saying, because it'll just rattle my brain. But it is a very sensitive topic. I don't feel like this could just be for that particular. I feel like the challenge was for that specific prison, but this could be going on in multiple places. And then the second challenge I got was about child 6A sexual assaults, but I'm just gonna call it SA abuse. A coven, and it's like either it's like a coven occult through family or church, and they are more fruit off of sexually abuse of SA of children. So I'm gonna read the messages, y'all, because you know that's what challenge is. You just you just get messages and you just write as you go. And so let's get into this channel message. Alright, y'all, so the first one is about I had basically got a vision, y'all, and it was very graphic. And the vision was men lined up with guns, like it was like prisoners on their knees. And I know this is very graphic, y'all, like it, but it's like there were guards and then there were prisoners on their knees. It's probably like 10 prisoners like on their knees, like bent over, and then it was like the first one was like turned over, like he was laying on his back, and then you had the other like prisoners behind these men, and then for some reason the first man was like on top of, like, laying over the man's area, and then you had guards behind them with guns pointed to these men's head. And I'm just gonna read it. It says, prison, El Salvador, this is for their own guilty pleasure. This is to degrade these men. This is a way of keeping them silent when they are returned. Keyword, when they are returned. This might have happened, like this vision might have happened like once or a couple of times, or maybe this is something that maybe someone is trying to plan to do. It says the inmates, the innocent, will overpower. This will be on the news. And it says the soldiers, the overseers, their bloodline will perish, they will die for this, right? So that's kind of the message. I don't want to really go too much more, but that's kind of the imagery that I saw. And like I said, it took a minute for me to kind of clear my head, but I know if I didn't go ahead and say it, you know what I'm saying, that it would just bother me, y'all. So I do feel like it might be some degrading acts going on over there. And if you are a part of overseeing this, allowing this, your bloodline, you will die. Alright, y'all know it's gonna be a shift. Alright, y'all, so the second channel message is what I was getting was a channel message about child abuse, SA. And I'm just gonna read it like I wrote it, you know what I'm saying, and then like if I feel like I need to stop and maybe explain something, I will. But you know, so like I said, this is like either a cult or coven, and it's like a family or like unit or like a church unit, or it could be combined families that go to a specific church. It says feminine cult coven. So the women are more, I feel like, the leaders of this cult, elder women or whatever you want to call it. It says they sacrifice the girls in their families to the males, generational. So this is something that goes on from generation to generation, through this family unit or through a church coven unit. It says because they are connected to a cult or coven. Okay, that's why they do it. Or their blood, or this is for a bloodline ritual. And so this is for, so this is like a karmic bloodline that is doing this. And it says to live longer, or to be able to steal, or like, you know, commit fraud, you know, long fraud, like, you know, do fraudulent stuff, and to live a certain type of way. You know, inheritance, either steal people inheritance, or either like life insurance. Something's going on like with life insurance policies too, or they just steal these younger girls, children energy, so they can kind of live longer, or just be in a more higher energy, right? Trying to raise the energy of their bloodline because it's karmic. They do this so they can be provided for their whole life, not not having to work too hard to keep it going, the cult way of life. So it's like, y'all know, I'm getting the energy of like, it's sometimes you wonder, like, how do they own that house, or how do they have money to take that trip, or how do they have money to buy this and that. It's just a lot of dark energy, demonic things going on in this feminine cult coven, right? It says grandma, daughter, sisters, aunt, children, their children. The feminines know the girls are being molested, and they could even coach the boys or males to do it like it's normal. It's almost like an unspoken, like they know it's wrong, but it's almost like it's like a learned behavior, like a taught behavior from small, right? It says they will pay. Karma justice is here. Maybe a niece, a friend will or is going to speak up. All of the males in these bloodlines will be erased or imprisoned. The feminine energies will die. They will suffer one by one, and they will know it is because of a chosen one, bloodline. So these males have assaulted like a chosen one, right? Someone in a chosen line, you know, like a royal bloodline, right? When that child speaks or acts for justice, because these, you know, children, it's giving the energy of these children is like this is taught almost like to be accepted, right? They don't know, like they know it's wrong, but it's like the adults are grooming them, or like this okay, or like, or maybe like turning their blind eye, like they know what's going on, but it's like it's almost an unspoken generational curse. It says, when that child speaks or asks for justice, justice will be served, and all that played a part in taking these children or this child's innocence will pay. Even those who turned a blind eye. And y'all know that's like, it's going on, but you're not saying nothing, or you're not. It's like if a child come and tell you, Uncle so-and-so did this to me, and you just be like, oh, they just lying. You don't even pay no attention. When maybe when you were smaller, Uncle so-and-so did this, or Aunt so-and-so did this to you, right? Turning a blind eye. It's like, you can maybe even sense a family member, they might even have like SA charges with juveniles or whatever, and by you might be like, hey, I'm gonna leave your so-and-so house while I go run errands. If you know a person has SA on their record, why would you leave children, 5, 10, 12-year-old children along with that person, right? So that's like turning the blind eye, like you know what I'm saying. So it says, if you know your brother, uncle, father is a molester, you can even say this for women too. If you know your mother, your aunt, is a molester, why would you allow your children or child to be around them or in your presence, like whether they're in your presence with this person or especially out of your presence, right? So I mean, like I said, me personally, if I know that my brother likes to deal with younger women that are underage, why would I leave my daughter with my brother, or knowing that my child can be along with my brother? Y'all get what I'm saying? So it's like that type of energy. It's like this. It's almost like it's like an unspoken. It's like generational. It's like it's just from generation to generation, because no one is speaking out. But by them dealing with this child that is of a royal bloodline, I'm telling you, everybody is finna to die or finna be in prison. Some of the grown victims do it because they feel like I had to do it, so it's just kind of what you do. It's just kind of what goes on in our coven, our family, our church. You know what I'm saying? Or it's something that just happened. What happened? It's like, they know it's absolutely wrong, but it's almost like because it's taught, and it's an understanding that you don't tell or you don't speak on it, that it's kind of like, these are children, right? So y'all get it, I know. So it says it's something that just happens. Okay, so they are and then this, okay, so I'm also picking up so it can even be like cousins or siblings talking amongst each other and saying, hey, so-and-so did this to me. And they might say, well, so-and-so did that to me too. Or somebody else did that, something similar, sex of SA to them, right? Amongst each other, right? But it's like, it's almost like they know not to say it to the adults, because it's almost like, I know that it's like, it's just a knowing, like, I know that I shouldn't say nothing, but I know that they're allowing it to happen, right? So, that might have even went on amongst these, this karmic bloodline, right? Then everybody finna die and go to jail, right? So it says, so they are actively indulging in the sexual assault behavior by not speaking up or letting their children be around or along with predators, right? This is what this court, this is what I'm picking up, this is what this court, this coven, this family karmic bloodline, this church has going on, right? For generations, not here and there, generations, right? These cousins' children may have even talked about the abuse amongst themselves, but not really to the adults, because they feel they know why are they allowing it, or if they told an adult feminine and they ignored them. So some of them actually, these children feel like, they just like, some of these children did speak out and tell people in their family. But like I said, this is more like a talk, like the women allow for these girls, these children to be touched and molested. They allow this. It's like mother, daughter, right? The mother is allowing the daughter to get touched. The daughter get a certain age, have a baby, and then it's like, now she don't gotta be touched. Okay, now the baby gonna be touched, you know what I'm saying? The baby get 15, 16, 20 years old, she has a baby. Now, it just go on, and it's like from different men in their family, right? You know, if you were touched by your dad, why the hell would you leave your child along with your dad? You know, if you were touched by a aunt, why would you leave your son or your daughter along with, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying? This is a generational thing, right? This being happening, and it's gonna take for that specific child, because they fuck with the right one, the one with this royal bloodline, is gonna shit everything down. So it says, they told adult feminines and they ignored them. So they either just said, oh, they lying, you just saying something, don't be saying that, and then some of the adult feminists just told them to be quiet while allowing room for sexual assault. You know what I'm saying? You don't be quiet, don't say nothing. Not only did they silence the victims, it was like, I know this going on, you done told me be quiet, and then I'm actually going to leave you in a situation where you can be molested. Right? Do you know what type of trauma this is like generational, right? So there's not only were the girls touched, there were boys touched, but it was mostly girls, but the boys, some of the boys were touched in this Coven church blood, Karmic bloodline, this cult. And like I said, it's like they did it because it's like almost like, well, I had to go through it, so you go through it, your kids go through it. It's like something we just do. This is generational. I'm led to, this is like generational, right? Time is up. In the present, there is a male. This is now. In the present, there is a male that is actively abusing a girl or family member, a daughter, friend of a daughter. She is chosen. She will speak. Justice will be served for her and all the victims of this cult coven, right? Karmic bloodline abuse, divine bloodline. They all will fall dead. One by one. Slow and steady. Fast but slow. Death will come fast after suffering. So with that, sudden death. Sickly death. So the way these people are going to pass, because when this comes out, this child is going to speak, and either a family member, it might trigger something. Maybe they got, how people marry or interact, twain bloodlines, and this child might not have a karmic mother or might not have a karmic father, but married into that. And by them being of a royal bloodline and speaking this child is going to bring justice for herself and all of the other victims, right? Because in this parent of this royal bloodline is going to make sure of that. It ain't gonna be like, don't say that, I don't think that happened, or be quiet. It's gonna be the total opposite, right? And then like when that happened, I just feel like it's gonna triple to all these other feminine energies coming from this karmic bloodline saying, well, this is what happened to me. They're gonna have very specific details of things, times, dates where things happen. It's gonna be like a trickle effect. Because these girls have a lot of emotional baggage, a lot of emotional sickness. These girls are, I mean, they can even end up with guys that are like abusive and they could even abuse their children because of they are so traumatized, right? So not that they want to choose that, because these girls, I'm pretty sure they don't want this, they would not wish this on their children. But it's like, it's almost like, because this karmic bloodline interacted with a royal bloodline, it's like justice is being served. With they will all die one by one. They're slow and steady. It's almost like, with the slow and steady, I put consistently. So it's like slow and steady. It's like Monday somebody passed, have the funeral, and then a week later or 3 days later somebody else passed or gets sick. You know what I'm saying? Have the funeral, and then 2 weeks later somebody else gets sick. It's like that. That's with the slow and steady. It's like it's going to be constantly. It's just like a constant flow. And when these people get sickly, it could be like some of them going to get sick, and it's going to be like over time, off and on. You know what I'm saying? Like off and on sick, and then it's like, oh, so and so in the hospital, it's not looking good. So and so just passed. Now the person that's in the hospital passed. Now it's just going to be a lot of death. And then it's like, even if these males, because this is generational, so this is a lot of males, right? And just one, but this one male that messes with this child that is of a chosen bloodline is it's going to be a trickle effect, and all these men are going to have to either be in prison or they'll die. But in the women, this goes for the women too, more so for sure, because they're like the leaders of this, right? And then with the fast and slow, it's almost like with the fast and slow, it's almost like people might have like getting car accidents, and then you're on life support, and then you die. You know what I'm saying? People might have even like freak accidents. You know what I'm saying? And then they probably like, it's like they get well, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, it took a turn for the worst. You know, it was looking better than it's gonna be things like that. But they'll know. It's almost like they're knowing, like, this is what's happening to me. They know death is upon them, but it's like almost like to I don't want to say abuse or suffer, but to make them feel kind of the anxiety, the trauma, the stress, the being scared, anxious, like to make them feel those feelings that their victims feel, right? But it says death will come fast after suffering. So some of these people will probably even give like I'm hearing terminal cancer, something like they might get diagnosed in their last stage of cancer, and then it's like, you know, mostly, you know, sometimes they give you 6 months, a year, to. It's more like it's gonna be like lingering sickness. They're gonna want to die, but it's like, oh, while I'm here, you know what I'm saying? and then all of a sudden it's just gonna be like that. So yeah, so that just was letting me know that like that's kind of like what, that's like the justice, right? Like if these men don't end up in jail, they will die. If these women don't end up in jail, they will die, and it will be a death like that. It's not going to be like a normal. They will know why it's coming like that. They gonna know. They know, and they're anxious, they're sad, they stressed, they fearful, because it's like they know like the why they sick, and why they're scared about going to jail, anxious about, you know, oh, if you know, am I gonna die, or am I gonna go to jail? You know, it's like that's the divine, like making them go through the emotions that these victims had to go through, right? So it says okay, so it's like at this point the only way to save face, or I wrote second chance, get a second chance, because some of these people gonna be like, well, I didn't do it, or I wasn't there and I really didn't know. You knew, you know what I'm saying? You know, like we all know if we have like someone that we might need to not have our children around, right? We know, whether we want to acknowledge it or not, that's different. Whether we want to like be delusional, you know what I'm saying, but at the end of the day, most people, and this is some generational shit, these people, it ain't like it skipped you, you know what I'm saying? If it happened to skip you, it didn't skip your sister, it didn't skip your brother, you knew it didn't skip your cousin of the same age, you know what I'm saying? So people know, you know what I'm saying? These people know, right? But for the ones that are gonna be like, well, I mean, like I didn't participate in it, and you know what I'm saying, the fact that you did participate in it, the fact that you didn't speak up, the fact that you allowed your children to be around people that you know that did this type of things, the fact that you tried to silence your children when they, or your, you know, these children or whatever, when the nieces and nephews, because it's like they probably even told aunts, uncles, you know, like, and nobody just really, it's almost like, dang, I told that uncle, and it's like, I thought I probably, you know, the people that they even feel like they could be safe and maybe would do something, nobody did that, because it's generational. They all, you know, that's just what they do. You know what I'm saying? Uncle so-and-so or Aunt so-and-so might didn't touch me, but guess what, best believe they touched the other niece or nephew or child. So that's why it's like, it's generational. Spirit just really wanted me to let you, it's like generational, right? So for those family members that are going to try to be like, well, I please Lord give me a second chance, whatever, it says the only way that they will be able to get a second chance is to admit that they knew about the abuse, or when they found out about the abuse, they should have handled it better, you know what I'm saying, admit that they should have did that, and that they did not do what they were supposed to do, and they should have handled it better by getting legal justice instead of silencing the victims. They need to apologize to the victims, and then they need to pursue legal justice, right? They need to ask the victim what would make it right for them, like what would make them feel like they got justice for getting their innocence taken from them, right? And then they need to whatever it is these victims say, you know, they need to get their justice, right? You need to make sure that, you know, that happens. And you know, most victims just want some victims might say, I just want an apology, you know, I want the person to acknowledge they did that to me and I want an apology. Some victims might say, I want them to go to jail. Some victims might say, I want them dead, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, different things, but that does need to be addressed with the victims, right? Then it says justice, it says do it, if not, karmic justice will rain on them, death upon them. So they will get the same. It's almost like they might get like a chance to a second chance to not have to feel God's wrath, but they have to do those specific things. You know what I'm saying? So if they choose not to, hey, you know, they'll be right along with dying one by one or going to jail, right? And people don't understand sometimes when things can happen in their home, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's just a lot comes with that. So, you know, it is what it is. But I wrote male or feminine family member, they were complicit but not speaking up. By not speaking up, the victim is getting justice. Trying to silence the victims. Generational. The coven will fall down. It will be dismantled. Those that played an active role in the abuse, the essay of these children, girls mainly, but there was boys, will die or be in prison. This could even be couples like a grandma and grandpa. You know what I'm saying? Like you go to grandma and grandpa home, this is where it happens at. You know what I'm saying? You go over dad, mom home, this is where it happens at. If you go over auntie, uncle, so-and-so house, this is where it happens at. You know, you got your, people or boyfriend, girlfriend staying together. This is the house that it happens at, right? So it's even like with that, it's specific places, specific home, specific. It could even some of this shit could even happen in a church setting, right? So the next thing, y'all, I was just channeling these children's actions, like some of their ways or their emotions or how they might move from being sexually assaulted, because that is very traumatic, right, y'all? So the children's actions, they could be suicidal, they could be like loners, very anxious, have anxiety, or they could be very quiet, withdrawn, not speak a lot, you know what I'm saying? Probably even having developmental problems, especially if this started at like really, really young, 3, 4, 5, you know. They can have, and then some of people might feel like they're a problem child. They're always getting into it, like fighting and like running away, you know, getting rolled up in class, you know, things like that. This is all stems from these kids, the traumatic from them being abused, right? These kids can have low self-esteem. They can have like no motivation, like not goal-oriented, just going through life, right? No kind of direction. They can have bad grades, you know what I'm saying? Or if, you know, and you'll notice with that, because some of these kids probably did have really good grades, and then by them just having to deal with all their emotional, their grades, their grade, it's gonna affect their grades, right? They can't focus. They're unfocused, stressed out, worried about when it's gonna happen, you know, things like that, right? Ain't got nobody they can tell, depend on, and if they tell anybody else, they just. Some of these children can binge eat or have anorexia. Y'all, they can have weight issues. They can be obese or they can be too small, like anorexic, right? They can be very emotional, like overreact about every little thing, right? All the time, just over the top extra. They don't like to visit a place or home of the abuser. They don't too much like to go to where the abuser stay or will be, right? If this was a baby or a small child, toddler, it's like when the child or the baby will cry when left, or usually you know, child cries or left, and they usually go to people. They let you know like something is off. Y'all know children pick up on energy, and it's like something, why, you know. And it's, then I wrote weeks and they still crying. So if your child has been around this person, say daycare, you know, going to this person, and it's 3 weeks in and the baby just screaming, hollering, no, you know, just pushing away all that, you better get you should know, like, something ain't right. I need to find another place, especially if your child is not a child that really is very, like, cry a lot, or just especially if you have like a little friendly child or something like that, or you don't really have a problem with leaving your child. People use like, oh, that's good, baby, no problem, whatever, you know what I'm saying. And this child is just really like feeling irritated or just don't want to go. That's a sign, y'all. But y'all, I'm led to like pull 10 cards, and it's like what the karmics are doing and what will be the outcome for their bloodline. So I'm gonna pull 10 of these tarot cards, y'all, to just see, like, because this is kind of like a channel message, and then like it's like the way I was just there to do it is like this is like kind of like it goes from the prison to the children to like karmics that are sending divine bloodlines negative energy, right? So I mean, it's like a multiple channel read. So this right here, this part of the channel message, y'all, is this part of it. It's just leading me to pull these 10 cards to kind of let the collective know, or like someone that will view this video to know, like, if you feel like someone is just really sending you a lot of low energy, or you just feeling like really stagnant, or you just got a lot of negative stuff going on back to back to back to back to back. This is letting you know that what energy has been sent to you, and what will, when that backfire comes, because it will, because these people, I'm saying, these are karmic sending this type of energy to divine beings. So if it touch you, it's definitely going to hit them 1,000-fold. But this is the type of things they are doing. Let me look at something else before I do this, y'all. Okay, so I feel like what I need to do right now, because I wrote a little bit more, I channeled a little bit more after I was led to do this. So I'm going to read the rest of what I channeled, and then I'm going to go ahead and then I'm going to pull the card, so it won't be so broken up, because it's still pertaining to the children. So I was just sitting in my meditating, and just asking, is there anything else that I need to pick up or say? And Shakalia, SHAKAELIA. This is a small girl, short hair, rubber bands, brown skin, like, my color, a little, darker. She kind of chunky. She like a little, if you was to say, like, oh, she's so cute and chunky, like that. And I'm seeing a pink and white shirt, blue jeans, and it looks like she like 3 to 4. Someone marries. Okay, yeah. So someone marries and kills for life insurance policy. It's just extra stuff that I was showing y'all. Bald-headed, caramel colored man, like my color, maybe a little bit lighter or darker, either or. But around this area, slender male, and I'm seeing a brown suit. I saw a brown suit and a tan, like brown and tan suit. So it says abuser choose abusers. The abuser choose abuser. Okay, women allow their children to be assaulted by partner. Child feels mother or parent knows, but knows if they say something, nothing will be done, or they will not believe them. They know demonic They're the child to speak of their evil deeds. It's kind of like the understanding that's going on in this generational cult, coven, family, church. They do it for control. They do it for power. They do it for domination. It's like a guilty pleasure. The children will speak, and these demons, moms, dads, grandparents, family members, will be exposed and dealt with by the Most High, period. I'm going to read that again, right? The children will speak, and these demons, moms, dads, grandparents, family members, will be exposed and dealt with by the Most High, period. I didn't say strangers. So y'all, I'm going to pull these 10 cards for the let the divine know, because divine, if y'all, we know, what I'm saying, we be knowing, what I'm saying, we feel the energy, and it's like, so we gonna see what these karmics or the energies that they're sending toward us. And not only us, they send it to, when they send it toward us, they send it toward our bloodline, right? So you're sending it toward us, our children, our grandchildren, because definitely if we're affected, that means our children, our grandchildren will be affected, right? So I'm gonna pull the 10 cards, let you know the energy that they're doing, sending. You're not tripping, we know, and we just gonna send that energy back to their ass, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, we'll know when these particular energies that they sent toward us hit their ass, we'll know exactly who they are. That's how we find out, right? Who they are, right? So let me send you. So if you're in this energy, divine feminine, divine masculine, you know what I'm saying, if you in these energies, you know what I'm saying, like I said, when you start being around people and you see that they're in these energies, you'll know who exactly was sending this energy to you, right? And you'll know to detach from them. All right, y'all. So, and like I said, it probably hit you. I always say, what is a pinch to a punch? If somebody's saying, hey, I wish they get in a car accident. Well, you get up and you freaking run off the road and hit your tire on the curb, and now you gotta get a tire, right? Well, next thing you know, you hearing so-and-so got in a car accident, they totaled their car, right? You know who the fuck was sending you that shit, right? And you know the detachment they had. Go see them, go check on the why. Hell, they was wishing that for you, right? That type shit. Oh, I wish so-and-so child would break their arm, right? Then you fuck around, your child might fall and scratch their arm, and you got to put a band-aid on it. Next thing you know, you talking to somebody, oh, well, some bit them and it look like they got it's all swole and they can't move it, and they got to get antibiotics, you know what I'm saying? You know exactly who the fuck sending you shit. So that's what I'm saying. So strangers ain't the karmics. Karmics are people you know. Just like in this quote, coven, family, church thing, these are not strangers. This is a family unit, generational shit, right? And it's almost like people married in from different karmic ass bloodlines, but that child of that royal bloodline is finna dismantle this whole motherfucking little thing they got going on, right? And for those children or children that are being touched and you feel like you can't tell your mother, father, auntie, uncle, tell your principal, tell your teacher, you know what I'm saying, tell a stranger, go to the police and tell them. If you see a police officer or whatever, just go to the police and tell them. That's how you break generational shit, you know what I'm saying. A lot of kids, I don't want to go to foster care, I don't know, I don't want my parent or my grandparent or this or that, but they not worried about they taking your innocence. They're demonic. They're going where they need to go, right? Alright, y'all, so let's get into this read. This pull. I feel like I just pulled it because I got a little irritated. Okay. Oh, that just popped out. That's two. We're gonna keep them. So this is, we off the kids now, y'all. That was, you know, we're going to the divine part, divine masculine, divine feminine. Is what the karmic energies are sending you. The energy that they're sending to you, the energy to look out for, you know what I'm saying, that you might have been in, and the energy like when you start being around people that you know, and it's like you'll know when somebody is sitting up there wishing you to be feel like you crazy, you don't like you don't have no mind, you know what I'm saying, and then you go around them and they're like, oh, this happened to me, or oh, you see that they're very forgetful, or oh, somebody in my family went crazy. You don't know exactly who sent it to you, because sometimes it don't just directly hit them, it'll hit somebody that they love, their child, their parent, their spouse, you know what I'm saying, their grandparent. And like when you in that type of energy, that means somebody's actively just constantly sending you this type of energy. And it might be multiple people. And so if you got multiple people, or if it's somebody just actively sending it, it might hit you. Like I said, you might get a pinch. But time you get that pinch, I guarantee you, you finna see who finna get punched. You finna see them get punched. And you'll know. I don't know why people just don't want to raise their energy. It's like, you want to be karmic? Be karmic. Okay, cool. I know about it. You know, we all got free will. But what you're not going to do is try to send or stop or stall someone that is doing their purpose, or is moving of light and trying to live a better life, make higher decisions, right? Oh, I want to be karmic, make fucked up decisions. I'm mad because you're making bad decisions, or you know what I'm saying, or you moving in a better way. So let me send you some fucked up ass energy so you can fuck up your life and be karmic and low energy and stressed up like me. That's some weird ass shit, demonic ass shit. People do it every day, right? Actively. Then they recruit their friends to do the same shit and don't even understand. Baby, know what you're doing when you're doing it before you do it, right? And all I want to say, these backfires gonna be real as fuck. You wishing death on people, guess what? That's the ultimate, right? If that death don't hit your ass, it definitely will hit that one that you love the most, and it just is what it is. It's a shift, y'all. Okay, the first energy that the karmics are sending the divine beings is they want you to have no self-worth. They want you to have be out here making low ass energy decisions. They want you spending your money frivolously on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They're wishing stuff to come up for you to just have to keep spending your money out. They wish that you're gonna have to like just really work hard to have anything, right? These people that are sending you this energy, they definitely live beyond their means. These people, y'all, this is what I call it. They credit card live. If they ain't had them credit cards, they wouldn't even have half of the shit. They credit card live. They do fraudulent shit. They do loans. You know, that type of energy, right? To be portrayed as a certain thing, right? These people do not want you to have success. They want you to be overworked, and it's like you working and you ain't seeing shit. You working and your money just deplete. Every time you look at dang, you think you got a free trick, now you gotta do this. Now this, you know, just constantly they want your money falling out your. They want a hole in your fucking pockets. They want a hole in your pockets, and they don't want you to have no self-esteem. So I might worry. So when you see, when this, if you're in this energy, divine being, or when you see someone, and you'll know that it's the person that is sent, that's the person that was sending you this, the person that is in this energy, that's who sent this to you, that you're in, right? All them unexpected expenses, you know what I'm saying, this overworking, you know what I'm saying, every time you look, it's like shit, it's always something at work. They want you stagnant. They want your money funny, very funny. They don't want you to have any kind of they don't want you to follow your intuition, you know what I'm saying. It's like my intuition telling me to go this way and you go the complete opposite way. That's what they want you to do. So when you hear conversations about, oh, I was going to go this way and then I just decided to go this way, and that's why I'm late because I had to go all the way the other way when I just should have went this way. When you start, you know, hearing, you're going to hear like the intuition and like just conversations about, well, girl, I should have followed my intuition, but I didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? When you start hearing that, dang, I just got my tire fixed, now I got to go get my window fixed. That type of stuff. They're going to literally say, oh, I'm so tired of like, I thought I had a free trick, now I got to go do this. You know what I'm saying? When you hear those conversations, you know what I'm saying? You might be like, dang, did you just go get this last week and now you got to get this? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I just got my alternator, now I got to get my transmission fixed. You know, shit like that. You'll know that that's the person that was sending you all that, you know, want your money to be depleted by just unnecessary shit. You know, you overworked, tired as fuck from working, and then it's like people literally will have to call in like, I'm just too tired, I couldn't come. It's a thing, please believe me. So these people want you over here in heartbreak. They want your lover cheating on you, putting you in some type of relationships. They over here gossiping about you, talking bad, you know what I'm saying, on your name. They want you suffering. They want you in grief. They want you in emotional pain. They want you hurt. They want you to be getting a divorce, a breakup. They want you to be losing things, you know what I'm saying. But guess what? When you hear about this person getting divorced, breaking up, when you hear about this person, oh, they over there suffering, they losing everything, you know what I'm saying. When you hear about this person, even like a loved one close to them, you know, sick or got hurt, they over there emotionally hurt behind, you know, you'll know, well, that's what you get for fucking, you know, sending this energy toward me. You got me over here, you know, into it with my partner. You got me over here, you know, my loved ones hurt or going through stuff, or they're, you know, a lot of times people like to go through your children. Your children over here stressing you the hell out. Whole time you got this person sending you this energy for you to be stressed through your children, because they, you know, they send it that way too, y'all. Sometimes they don't directly send it to you, they'll send it through your children. But when you hear about these people getting like breakups and, oh, he was cheating and they've been cheating with each other for a while and I found out and now we're getting a divorce and stuff like that, you know, that's the type of shit, you know, they probably just like, I hope they get a breakup, you know. But it's like, you might break up with your partner for a week or two, a month, 3 months. These people that are with their partners will literally get divorces. These people will be staying and then have to go stay in separate homes. You know, like, it's going to hit. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're going to get a little punch. Okay, we was into it, you know what I'm saying? We took a little break for a minute and we're good. These people ain't get back together with their partners. And then for them sending their energy, they really ain't going to find nobody or have anyone else that's going to deal with them on a higher level. They just going to get karmic people like they are. They're going to just keep going through fucked up ass relationships. No one will love them. Right? Time they think, oh, I found oh, I got the perfect man, the perfect woman. Shit, a week or 2, 3 weeks later, a month later, or however to go, oh, they were terrible, they was lying, they was doing this, and they just used me. Yeah, because you was sending that energy toward a divine being. The next, they don't want to, so the next energy, they don't want us They don't want us choosing happiness. They don't want us to feel accepted. They don't want us rested. They definitely want us withdrawn from people. They want us question ourselves. They want just making bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? And they want people that care about us, love us, and are protective of us. They want us to look at them like, why they doing that? Like sideways, like, why you trying to be so protective, or why you looking out for me? Like, what you got going on? Like you're false, and they want to be seen as like they're caring, they're loving, they care for you. You know, they're looking out for your best interests. So these people definitely want you to be able to have to be detached from people that really love you. And if you have been doing it, you might be like, I don't really know if this person really truly care for me. The person really generally has showed you no other reason, has shown you nothing. You don't pick it up in their energy. It's just the fact that this is this person sending this energy towards you. You're picking up on the energy that this person is sending towards you. So for you to feel this way toward people that care about you, that love you, right? And so, like I said, they're going to get that same energy back. So people that these people feel like have very strong feelings for them. Oh, they would never leave me. I got them wrapped around my finger. We're married. They not going to get a divorce. They, you know what I'm saying? These people literally are leaving these people, right? And it's almost like they can't believe, like, I can't believe they just left me. They not answering their phone. They send me divorce papers. They, you know, it's like the reverse energy, you know what I'm saying? And y'all gonna hear these things, right? Just trying to give you some, you know, the karma's been busy, y'all. I'm just saying it like that. They've been busy. So when you know what to look for, you know what I'm saying, or you kind of in these energies and you're like, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying, you'll know what's happening, and you'll kind of know how to, like, okay, I know that person is not good for me and don't mean well by me. You'll detach. These people want you burdened. They want people to betray you. They want you to betray people that care about you. They want you just in lost. Shit, at this point, it's like they don't want your ass to, it's like they just want you stagnant. It's like they want you in the energy of like, dang, it can't get no worse than it is. You know what I'm saying? They want you to feel like, they want you to give up. And that same fucked up ass energy, low ass energy, you know, they want you to give up because all this negative ass shit with your work, with your relationship, with your kids, like constant. It's almost like from your work, your money, from your relationship, from your kids, to just friends, family, just burdens. Shit, just every time you look up is something. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? The same energy, when you start, you know, and you'll hear about it and you'll see it and you'll know, oh, that's what you were doing to me, so that's what you get. And it's gonna be like 1,000 times what you're gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the type of shit, you know, if they say, I wish your partner cheated on you, right? Your partner might cheat on you, whether it's talking on the phone with somebody, whether it's having sex with somebody, going out to eat, whatever, they cheat on you, right? So y'all spat and break up for a week or two or whatever, month, whatever. This is the type of shit, the shit that they gonna get back is, it's like their partner, they will catch their partner like out in public somewhere, whatever. Their partner just come home, they'll come home and they partner done clean everything out the fucking house, you know what I'm saying? They'll you know, come home and it's like divorce papers on the goddamn table, you know what I'm saying? Or it's, you know, they'll come home, they shit outside, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's gonna be amped up, and you'll know, like, damn, you know, it all stems from the energy that they're sending divine beings, right? These people don't want your ass to receive nothing they want you in delay. They just want you delayed. They want you to be going through one thing after another. One thing after another. And that's the energy that they will be in. And so this is giving me an energy of people that like their life probably seem pretty great, right? From the outside, it's like, dang, they got a good job. They got good health. They seem like they got a healthy relationship. You know what I'm saying? They got healthy grandkids and stuff. But guess what? All that shit, you know what I'm saying? Because they're sending you shit to be like, well, I hope that they lose their job. I hope that their grandchildren are sick. People are doing this. I hope their grandchildren get sick. I hope, you know what I'm saying, their spouse cheat on them. I hope that their job, they get fired from their job, or, you know what I'm saying, all this stuff that they're sending toward the divine beings, these karmics. I'm telling you, it's like their world is going to be turned upside down, because that's what they're wishing on you. They want your world to be upside down. Like, so much shit is like, golly, like, what the hell, you know what I'm saying? And that's exactly the energy that they're going to be in, and you'll see it. You'll know. You'll see it, and you'll hear about it. You'll know it, and you'll know that's who was sending that energy to you, and that's why you were in it. And like, you ain't gonna be in it that long. It's like it might pinch you, because these karmics are doing shit. I'm talking about actively, and they're doing it up to 10 20 people getting together, chanting fucked up shit towards you, you know, doing all these little kitchen magic spells toward divine beings. And the only reason why it might pinch you, divine, because it's so much and it's so many people. So it might pinch you, but it's not going to never punch you, right? And like, the more, the greater they get together, the bigger it's going to, you know, return to them, right? Because it's definitely going to return. It ain't going to hit your ass, like, talking about it, right? So, damn, these people don't want you with no money for sure. They want you to, like, financial opportunities. They want you to be able to make a dumb decision, passing up financial opportunities. Oh, I can get this job, you know what I'm saying? They want you to be looking at but it's 30 minutes away. You making $20,000, $30,000 more dollars, but you don't, well, it's 30 minutes away. Like that, like making you, want you to just make fucked up decisions for us with your money. You know what I'm saying? Spending it frivolously. They don't want your ass to manifest no damn money. It's almost like, if I can't get their money, then I don't want them to have it. And guess what? That's why they ass gonna not have. That's why they gonna lose their fucking job. That's why them damn, if they got any kind of money put to the side, they finna deplete that shit with healthcare bills, with trying to help their kids when their children. Cars go down, and for some reason, I was picking up on somebody's child probably gonna get in a car accident. They're gonna probably have to take care of their child for a minute. So that lets me know that there are people actively, there are karmics actively sending that type of energy to divine beings' children. For sure, I picked up on that. So they definitely, it's almost like God gonna get their ass something to do for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because why are you doing that? What's the purpose? Right? Hell, and y'all know I'm gonna say this. I always say like this, baby. It won't be mine. If it's either mine or yours, it's gonna be yours. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you started. I'm just finishing it, right? That part. It would not finish on my bloodline. Not nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So, and divine, you understand. Divine beings understand. We don't. It will not finish on our bloodline or on us. So these people want you out here sleeping around, being promiscuous. You know what I'm saying? Just giving your energy to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Especially the masculines that you are attached to, divine feminines. They want your masculine out here broke, and they want him out here putting you in third parties, slanging that one everywhere around, being careless, having reckless sex. That's what they want for your partner to do. And while they doing that shit, they'll run up on somebody, and like I said, y'all, when the shit hit back, I'm telling you, people will end up getting raped. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, and I know it's saying like, oh my God, but the type of energy when you send it, like, they're busy, y'all. These people are busy. And these people are going to end up getting raped. They're going to end up dealing with, like, their people that they're dealing with. They're going to end up getting STDs from their people. You know, some of that shit they're not going to be able to get rid of. Like, this is the type of shit, because they want your masculine out here putting you in threesome, having reckless sex. So what that, you know, trying to wish STDs disease on you. Guess what? When it hit back on them, what you think gonna happen? What you gonna think gonna happen to them, their children? You know what I'm saying? You'll see. You'll hear about it. These people want you not to be able to work. They don't want you to be able to get, if you're looking for work, if your children are looking for work, they don't want your children to be able to like get hired or keep a job. I'm even hearing they don't want your like small children, they don't want them to be successful, like be able to learn in school. They want them to have like problems, like, you know, you get called, they acting up, or, you know what I'm saying, they're not doing their school work. They want you, they not only are they sending it to you, they're sending it to your bloodline for sure, right? And guess what? They're gonna start getting them calls. Their children, fuck getting like, oh, a talk to, a timeout. These kids, their kids gonna end up getting suspended. Their kids are going to like indefinitely, or their kids gonna end up getting like what you call it, where they get expelled. These are the type of shit, since they want to wish that on your kids and stuff, grandkids. This is the type of shit that you'll hear. Oh, so and so child got expelled. So and so grandson got suspended for half the year. You know what I'm saying? Because they're sending energy to your child not to be able to grow and learn. They might even be sending bullying energy to your children. You know what I'm saying? Grandchildren. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? When you sending energy for a child to get hurt, I'm gonna tell you like this: it will not be mine. It won't be in my bloodline. You take it how you wanna. You know, it would never. You know, it's got to hit somebody. Better think about it. They don't want you to have no peace. They don't want you to be balanced. They want you to be stressed the hell out. Did I say about that? They want you to be imbalanced, not balanced, right? They want you to overindulge in drinking. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you probably had a drinking habit, they want you to relapse, rehab. You know, and think about that. With that overindulgence, that can even go to somebody getting a DWI or getting a really bad car accident. Like the shit can hit like so many different ways, and it's gonna be like heavy. Okay, I wish they get a DWI, right? This is what these motherfuckers wishing on you, because they might know you go to a lounge and have a drink or two. Well, I hope they do this. This is what they wishing at. And so these people, or their children, or whoever they could, their partner, go to a lounge just like you go. Either be drinking at home. I'm gonna just run up to the store and get something. Guess what? Have a whole accident, and guess what? They don't make it back. This is the type of backfires that these people gonna get. So I had started off like, but I'm just trying to let you know, like, the backfires are going to be 1,000-fold. It ain't gonna just be like, no, like, okay, I wish that your child broke their arm, and then now my child broke their arm. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I wish that you lost your job, and you lost your job, and then it's not gonna be the same energy. Their shit gonna be amped up. Not only will they lose their job, like you might get sick and probably have to miss a day or something, or you might like, for us, if it hit you, it might be something like you end up have a car trouble, and then you might end up being late. So it's gonna be a pinch. But by them, wishing for you to be able to lose your job, because it's like, some jobs will write you up, but that's going to cause like, dang, you having car trouble, and then, you know what I'm saying, then you're sick the next day. It's kind of shit like that. They send you energy for, you to be late for work, getting write-ups, you know what I'm saying. Whole time, they going to get fired, you know what I'm saying, and they won't even be able to get another job, right? Another career. And then some of these people, if they have careers and they're sending this towards you and your work, your career, they're backfired, they will lose their career. You know what I'm saying? It'd be something that happens, they'll forget to give a patient some medicine. It's gonna be like they're gonna fuck up on their job so bad. where it's like they gotta let them go. And then it's like not only do their job let them go, they won't be able to do that career or be in that field anymore, right? So these are the type of backfires that they're going to get. So this is the shit that you look for. It's like it did like oh, I had car trouble, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, when you see, damn, my car got repoed, you know, that's who was sending you negative energy, right? And the last energy, y'all, these people are sending you the energy of death. They want to end you. And like I said, a lot of these karmics, if they don't pass, the people that they care about close to them they will start to pass for sure. They will. And y'all know they say death comes in threes, and I'm just gonna keep it real with you. They gonna have some death in their family. They definitely will have death because they clearly sent the energy to us. This will not penetrate a divine being or their bloodline. It will only penetrate karmic bloodlines and a karmic. This is their energy. Divine beings, they are of light and life. This will not touch their bloodline, so you definitely will have death upon you. Your bloodline. And it's from you doing all that, playing with all that motherfucking kitchen magic, conjuring up shit. The more of us do it, the harder it's gonna hit. No, the hard hit who? You? Oh, I wish they was sick. Oh, did you see they was coughing all the time? You just let me clear my throat. They done got too happy. Next motherfucking day or two, guess who got a respiratory illness where they gotta be hospitalized. You feel me? That type shit. So just be mindful, you know what I'm saying, of the energy that you put out. But divine, that's the energy that, you know, we definitely, you know what I'm saying, will probably have been experiencing, you know, like some shit, some, you know, some unexpected expenses, you know what I'm saying. You feel like you got a lot of shit going on in your workplace, you know what I'm saying. You got issues going on with your partner, you know what I'm saying. Y'all arguing, fighting, you know what I'm saying. Your partner got that wandering eye, you know, shit like that. You find little numbers or shit like that, you know, like little shit. They're sending that energy for that shit to happen. They, you know, want you over here making fucked up decisions at work and in your personal life, you know, even with your children. They want you arguing and fussing with your children. They want you to feel overburdened. They want you to go through one thing to the next. One thing, you're like, damn, can I catch a break? You know what I'm saying? You literally be like, what the fuck? I'm tired. Like, can I catch a break? Just depleting you, right? Want you a low ass karmic energy like they are. They sending their energy to you. They don't want you to have shit. They want your world. They want you to feel like your world is in reverse. They want you over here with no fucking money. It's almost like if you are a giving, caring person and they feel like they can't get no money out of you or whatever the fuck, they literally don't want you to be able to feed yourself. They want you, masculines, these feminine energies, they're sending these energies towards y'all for sure. You know, it's for the divine, but feminine energies are definitely sending masculine energies of wanting to be promiscuous, cheat, and you know, unprotected sex, getting random babies with people. That's the energy they want, these masculine. And they want your children not to be able to go to school and learn. They want your kids getting rolled up, getting fight, getting bullied. This is the energy that they're sending them. Definitely, you know what I'm saying. They want you not to be able to get work, or you to have a lot of like complications with your work. You know what I'm saying. You know, like having a hard time doing your job. Getting into it with people at work. That's what they want you to do with the energy. So like I said, if you're in it, you know somebody's sending it to you, because that's not our energy. It's the karmic's energy that's sending it to you, and you're gonna know who it is because they're gonna be in this energy 1,000-fold. They want you with no peace. They don't want you to have no peace. So somebody always chaotic. If you look, always something going on in their life. You'll know. That's them. And like I said, the ultimate, they did it because I was like, I felt it that they were sending it, but goddamn, it came out for sure. It's the last card. You know, And like I said, this is the last card. So I put 10 cards down. This completion. So this is the 10th card. So like I said, they definitely will have death, and death does come in threes. Death will definitely come in threes in their bloodline. I put it like that. Because they sent it. They definitely fucking sent it. So you should have thought about it before you sent it. Anyway, y'all. That was, you know, a channel read, you know what I'm saying, a karmic read, you know what I'm saying, to kind of let you know, y'all know we on this channel, we all about like trying to get you information so you can raise your vibration in masculine. If you feeling sick and you taking a lot of tests and they can't figure out what's going on with you, if you are in a partnership, or if you are around a feminine energy, you might need to not eat her food. You might need to, you know, get separate spaces for a while. You know what I'm saying? You might need to get you some more in-depth blood work for us, like for arsenic, or maybe like freon, something like that. You know, there's places that you can call that will literally test you for those specific things, right? So if you got to go an hour or two out to get yourself tested for those specific things, I suggest you do that, because there is definitely a woman that is poisoning a masculine. And if it's not arsenic or freon, it is some. This woman could be a nurse, and she is using something that you just normally would not pick up, like just regular blood work. And think about it, if y'all stay together, this woman might have this in your home, and it's almost like you probably just really don't. She might even have a lot of this specific thing in your home. It might be clear, might be in a tube, and you don't even think nothing about it. It might be what it is. You might need to Google it, get a sample of it, like I said, but you need to get your blood work done ASAP. And I you know, like I said, this is for a masculine that, you know, your intuition telling you maybe something might be out, but if it's your wife, it's your significant other, it's your longtime partner, and you don't want to think that, right? Baby, you better go watch you some Fatal Attraction for My Man episodes and shit, how they, you'll figure it out real quick, baby. Them is true life stories. True life stories. Because somebody's getting a little irritated because they like it should have been done. You know, you're still here. You know why you still here? Because you're a fucking divine masculine. That's why. So act like it. Look, get on your shit and do what you need to do to get yourself well and detach from that karmic ass witch you with. But yeah, y'all. So that was that was a channel read. I know it was a little bit tad long, you know, but it was multiple messages. It was the jail situation, the children, the cold situation, and then just the karmics, let you know. And like I said, y'all, I was led to do these reads, because really I was gonna do a what's happening read, but this was channel read was more important to do. So this is the last read of the week, and the next reads will be into the next energy. You know what I'm saying? So y'all, I hope everybody has a great night and raise your energy, and you know, have a good work week. You know what I'm saying? And just be productive and try to make better decisions so you can live a better life, right? Till next time. Bye.